Nearly 10 years have passed since the Twin Towers came down on that clear blue September morning. Out of all that dust and debris is a new beginning. A national 9/11 memorial is set to open later this year. Here's an artist rendering of what it will look like. A national 9/11 museum set to open next year is part of the memorial. But accompanying this new landmark comes controversy.
I think this is obscene. I can't get around this. I'm so upset over this.
Thousands of pieces of unidentified human remains were found in the debris after the towers came down. They're in the custody of the city medical examiner's office. They'll soon be back at the memorial site, where they'll be placed in an underground repository adjacent to the museum, something the city says 9/11 families themselves requested.
We asked for these remains to be brought back to ground zero. We asked for that. We pushed for that. We demanded that.
The families that are objecting, however, say the remains should be placed in a respectful and accessible location, not at the museum.
They were of the impression it was going to be in some sort of a tomb, in tombs such as the Unknown, someplace where you could go, say a quiet prayer. It's not going to be anything like that.
But the director of the museum says the repository and the museum will be completely separate. She says the medical examiner's office will operate the repository with the task of identifying the remains as DNA science advances.
The remains will not be displayed or exhibited or visible or accessible by the public. I have to say, honestly, if there were any plans to make remains an exhibit, I would find that reprehensible.
Furthermore, there will be a small private room adjacent to the repository for only 9/11 families.
We asked for and we got a room so we can go in and stop and think, contemplate, pray, whatever you want to do.
Some 9/11 families claim they weren't consulted about where the remains should be placed and never formally told about the city's plans. But others disagree, calling that claim preposterous. Ed Donahue, The Associated Press.